Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. This is a Junk Journal with Me episode, this time working in my vintage journal. It's been a while since you've seen this journal because it's been a while since I've worked in it. I filmed this video quite a long time ago and it's just taken me a long time to do the voiceover. And in this particular video, what I did was just stick in a whole bunch of things in my journal basically. So what I do is I have a basket and I put in that basket any pages or ephemera, papers, pictures that speak to me, that are very significant and meaningful to me. Those particular treasures, I like to call them, go into my vintage journal because my vintage journal, the way I'm using this is for my treasures. It's for my really special pieces and for special stories, really meaningful things. So every page in this journal has a story, every page in this journal has a special meaning to me. Okay, so for this first page, I just used a book page and it says Sage and it is a picture of Sage. And the reason why this is very meaningful to me is because last year, Pamela, one of my beautiful subscribers and patron of the year for 2020, she gave me the nickname Sage. And we gave each other so many nicknames throughout the year. It was so funny. She is Loki, I'm Sage, she's Lavender and Squirrel Lady. Yeah, she gave me the nickname Sage, which is short for, okay, I'm not going to get this right, sagacious, is that right? Am I saying that right? Sagacious? And she was saying how I was sagacious. I hope I'm saying that right. Sagacious? No. And I was like, oh, what an interesting word. And I like the idea of sage and, wisdom and storytelling and I don't know, that kind of thing. It just really connected with me and was all things that I'm about. I love wisdom seeking and seeking knowledge and telling stories of wisdom and sharing wisdom stories and all that kind of thing. And I hope that that's something that I can do in my life in general, gather wisdom and then share that wisdom. Because I definitely believe that all of us have wisdom to share, that wisdom that we've learnt, first of all, and then therefore anything that we learn, we have this kind of responsibility, I call it, to share it with others in the trusting that it will help others. And so yeah, I hope that I can do that with my life, gather wisdom and share wisdom, and that I can do that on my channel. Okay, so now I'm just flipping through next pages, and you saw The Never-Ending Story. That's a significant movie for me, one that I grew up with as a child, and one that really, I don't know, just opened my mind to imagination and creativity, and I just love it. So the Willow Tree from Willow Journals is all about the willow in our front garden that was a place for me where I could dream and create and imagine to my heart's content. And I even called my willow tree the Ivory Tower from that movie. So there's a huge connection to that movie that I have. I used to even make up this game that I played all the time in the yard where I would go on a quest to find the Oran, which was one of my mum's necklaces that I had hung over a gate post on one side of our yard, and the whole game was that I would go on this adventure throughout the yard, and the yard would be the mountains and the marsh and the swamps and the valleys and the fields and the meadows, and I would travel through it with my magical flying unicorn named Beauty Sparkle, and I'd go get the Oran and I would bring it back to the Weeping Willow and save the land. So yeah, very, very significant movie for me that speaks to me about that, just imagination and creativity. And that's what a journal is for me, a place to imagine and create. And so now this page that I'm working on is let's see. So I've got a page from Daphne's diary, and it says diary on it, which is fitting. And I thought it just had like a poem that Daphne wrote. I think she wrote it about the diary, and yeah, I resonated with that poem about, you know, what a diary is for me and why I love journaling and that kind of thing. And then I have a picture of one of my journal covers on the right hand side, and that journal was a gift from my sister-in-law, and that set off my journaling, my regular journaling, and just opened up my imagination again. Like in the front of it, she wrote in the description that said, the world is but a canvas to your imagination. So she wrote that quote in there, and it just set the scene for me for the journal, that it's a place to imagine. I flipped through a page, and it got to a page with some photos of the beach. I don't think I stuck them down yet because I'm not sure where I want to put them, but they're significant as well because it shows my favourite colour, as you saw in a previous Jump Journal with Me video, and it shows just some of my favourite places. Now I've got this page here from a book, and I just fell in love with these beautiful, cute cat and kitten images. And on this page I'm going to be documenting how, yeah, I've turned into a bit of a cat person ever since I got Keanu. I would never look twice at cat books or cat pictures, but now, I look at the cat pictures and the cat books in op shops. Not all of them grab me. Like, some cat pictures can be quite, I don't know, ugly. So it's only the cute ones that I will grab. And this one was definitely just so cute, and I especially loved the blue or the purple flowers down the bottom as well. So I was just trying to figure out how to fit it on the page, because it's quite a large picture. And so what I ended up doing was spreading it out over the 2 pages, and then I can write in that left hand side where the ledger paper is. So yeah, I do leave writing space, or try to leave writing space on the page. And yeah, that's all I did this session, was sit down with my journal with all the pieces that I had gathered, find pages for them and stick them in, and then what I can do is go back in later and fill in the journaling. And it's just really quite nice and relaxing and therapeutic to sit there at the desk and glue these pretty pictures and meaningful things in the journal. I'm just adding glue in that middle section so that it doesn't lift up there when I fold the pages. And yeah, just using my bone folder to make sure it's creased okay, so that it can fold easily. So yeah, it was a really enjoyable, relaxing session this time. I hope that was relaxing for you, and kind of fun to hear some stories, and maybe it inspires you to grab some of your favourite pieces or anything that speaks to you and stick them down in your journal. And you don't even have to write about them if you don't want to, because the pictures can speak for themselves. But if you want to write the story behind them, or even just annotate the page, I love doing that. So yeah, but really happy with my journal. As I turn the pages, they make me smile. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.